Hello, I'm your president, John Henry Eden. I am the voice, the heart, and the soul of the Enclave. That is to say, the voice, the heart, and soul of America. And I welcome you to Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. Today we're going to do Raven Rock with President John Henry Eden. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm attempting my best Malcolm McDowell voice. Eventually I'll have to shift to Mr. Peter Gill's southern accent for Colonel Autumn. I think I already have. I'm adding on to a mod which I'll pin down below that has a bunch of all this tech that pretty cool. I played a little bit of it, but we're going to start here with Raven Rock. Raven Rock surrounded by DC settlements, Talon Corporation below us, Jonestown, Church of Rocky, and Lawrence Force. And then over across the way we got Lions, Rivet City, Andale, DC Raiders, and then Air Force Base, the hell was this place called? Adams Air Force Base, automated system. So let's start. Treasures of Raven Rock. The Raven Rock listening post lay quiet and waiting for centuries. Just what is inside. Alright, so we have to immediately get into our resource systems. Get us some building going. And we have our typical force. We have infantry, power armor, and then some security patrol robots. Super mutants rise. For years, the super mutants' threat to the Capital Wasteland was kept in check by Lion's Brotherhood of Steel. However, the mutants seem to reproduce just as fast as they are killed. This war of attrition is beginning to turn against the Brotherhood as more and more mutants have been seen in the Capital Wasteland. This could very well be the beginning of a difficult time for everyone in the Commonwealth. Sucks for them. America can never be destroyed from the outside. It can only be destroyed from within. Excess budget. During the construction of Raven Rock Listening Post, there was some budget left over. As the common practice with government projects at the time, the overseer found something to spend the budget on, lest the budget get cut out of the next project. That is a real fucking thing that goes on with military. Like, if you go out for a detachment and you have a certain amount of ammunition, you need to expend all that ammunition before you come back, or else they're going to give you less next time. So a lot of times they'll just park every aircraft that can fire a gun off the side of the damn ship, and they'll just fire it all in the sea. They don't just give it away. Alright, so we got robots for RobCo kickbacks. That sounds more like it. Spare parts for the computers. No one ever thinks that far ahead. A couple extra manufacturing tools for reasons. No one ever thinks ahead like that in government. Or that. So I think it's just to get robots for RobCo kickbacks. Trying to think of what would really happen, not what I want to happen. Presidential personality. For centuries, as Zack's computer or Raven Rock sat poring over the archives, it became fascinated with the lives of presidents, poring over the lives of their deeds, particularly the life and achievements of President Lincoln. Eden's other favorite. Well, he styles his shit off of FDR fireside chats. Which I wish I'm as good of an orator as that. That'd be cool. Enclave's other favorite. President Lincoln was not only president the Eden based his personality on, while the life story of the lawyer turned statesman, you have to look at what kind of lawyer he was, who held the Union together through Civil War, appealed to President Eden to the point of obsession. He still found a great deal of inspiration in other presidents. 4 presidents in particular stuck out to Eden as figures he could draw inspiration from for stepping into the role. President Ulysses S. Grant was a great general before becoming president, leading the armies that won Lincoln's Civil War. Yet his presidency was the most corrupt they'll ever fucking find. President Andrew Jackson was also an accomplished statesman who oversaw the expansion of American territory. Jackson had setbacks of his own. At least he ended the federal bank. So, President Herbert Hoover saw the America in the early 20th century through difficult times and opposed communism. He had the thoughts of staying out of it, where once FDR got into office, he flipped a bitch on that one, did a 180, and got involved in everything. Last but not least, there was recently departed President Dick Richardson. God damn it, that name. He held the Enclave together through turbulent times and nearly saw the completion of the Enclave's ultimate goal of wiping out mutated life. If Eden had to pick one of the second most important influences on his amalgamated personality, however, it would be Grant, Richardson, Jackson, Hoover. Probably Jackson. Kind of requires it for this kind of environment. Contacting Navarro. Monitoring for centuries, reading the lives of presidents, the Zax computer listened until the biggest news of the last 200 years came along. In 2242, the oil rig that served as control station Enclave, this awoke something in the Zax computer. He became President John Henry Eden, a president the Enclave needed, and he reached out to the desperate Enclave troops of the West. Eden's call. Eden used limited power Raven Rock relays and what little the Enclave radio network remained to shoot out a call to all Enclave at Navarro. He called them back to Raven Rock to rebuild. Not everyone was convinced, but even those that stayed behind, there wasn't room for everyone to evac vertebrates. Choices had to be made on who would be prioritized. We must get the civilians out of harm's way. We are at war. We need soldiers. Science wins wars. Prioritize the researchers. Probably researchers, because the idea is they want their damn FEV research. Although the person running the damn vertebrates be like, we want soldiers, we're sick of being here. Let's just say somebody won out and they got the scientists out of there. The new Enclave. That's a weird mask. Oh no, I can see he's turned his head that way. For nearly 30 years, the Enclave at Raven Rock built itself up. Even after the base of Navarro went silent, sitting silently in the bunker, toiling behind their walls, now the forces of the new Enclave are taking their first steps out in the light of the waste, ready to save America. I didn't say, hope you're all doing well today. Rising tensions in Raven Rock. Overall, the Raven Rock Enclave is united in its purpose and beliefs. Every man, woman, even child is committed to the goal of rebuilding America the way it should be. There are, of course, disagreements about what it means or how best to get done, but these are usually settled amicably. There's one serious exception that threatens to tear Raven Rock apart. President John Henry Eden and Colonel Augustus Autumn have had ever more heated disagreements on several key aspects of the strategy when it comes to rebuilding America. Despite their attempts at keeping this division amongst themselves, Raven Rock is not a large place, and so news travels fast. A rift is forming throughout the ranks of the Enclave, and many believe that this will come to a head once these days of preparation are at an end and the time for action approaches. What does this mean, though? Oh, keep an eye on this. I don't know what... Okay, let's get this one. What does this mean, though? Colonel Autumn's plot. Though few know it, President Ede is not a human being, but a machine. Of course not. With the right program into his mainframe, he can be taken offline while keeping Raven Rock operational. This is something Colonel Autumn has pondered more and more as the disagreements have grown. He knows it won't be as simple as unplugging a toaster. Eden is smart and in control of Raven Rock security systems. If the machine is tipped off, Autumn will fall. That is why Autumn needs to be carefully build his support if he is to be successful in pulling off a coup. He would likely need more than half a Raven Rock, at least sympathetic to his ideas, to keep something like this under wraps. I should read this event. Where is it? It's right here. So I could start this off pretty freaking quickly. Dangerous lab assignments. You get... Okay. I'm not going to mess with that right now because we're going to handle everything else. I think restoring Raven Rock would be critical right now. Restoring Raven Rock. Raven Rock was never meant to be a base of operations for a new American government. While it had suitable tools sitting behind its walls, a lot of work will be needed for it to be the seat of the highest power of the land. Okay, let's look at how much population the Enclave holds. So something that we did lose. We lost a little faction that was right here. It was like a computer system that you'd end up having to fight for a little bit. Yeah, 23,000 Enclave personnel. That's just not them. That's also like little settlements that are under Enclave control. You got the river. I think that's Potomac. Could be wrong. It's possible I'm wrong. But we are the Enclave. I like that flag. Although most people fuck up the flag. Actually, that one's right. That's got 13 stars in it. So that's good. Something I did notice when I went to Good Springs, not this year, but last year, is that the few people that were waving Enclave flags had the right one. Because most of the ones they sell online, they fuck up and they put 14 stars instead of 13. Because they make the stars symmetrical when they shouldn't be. When you have the E, though, I've always wondered about that. Does that mean that the E is considered a star? So would it be symmetrical stars? I would think that the 13, because the reason for 13 stars is because not just 13 colonies, but it's 13 commonwealths that was pre-war. Because they separated America into commonwealths, not just states, as a form of governance. The Sneedclave. What the hell? What the hell is the Sneedclave? 2 days ago, we picked up a radio call from a group claiming to be Enclave remnants looking to regroup. They used a secure military frequency, so the scout team was sent to check it out. The individuals found an old agricultural store called Sneed, Seed, and Feed. The group of 5 individuals identified themselves as a Sneedclave remnant. It was without doubt that they are not Enclave. Their so-called power armor was just poorly painted metal armor, cruelly molded to look like power armor. Still, they seem very genuine in their desire to regroup with the Enclave. Cannon fodder is cannon fodder. Alright, let's get the base going. So, limited manufacturing. While Raven Rock has adequate manufacturing facilities for a listening post, it is not suited to handle the large production we will need to bring order to the wastes. We should work to increase our manufacturing capability if we are to fulfill our mission. So we'll get to civilian factories. The point there. And we get a little bit of money from just random stuff around us. Ah, here we go. I like this one. Dr. Whiteley or Dr. Grant. Cold-hearted pragmatist, sympathetic researcher. Research speed 5%. Army experience 0.5 daily. Holy shit. But I like the stability as well as the research speed, so sympathetic researcher. Alright, we're going to get retooling machinery. Many of the manufacturing facilities of Raven Rock are set to produce items we have little need for, so they sit and collect dust. With some effort, we can retool them to further boost our production. Sorry, the accent's coming in and out on me. I'm going to try to keep it going, because I actually rather enjoy this. So yeah, I have a lot of more stuff, because they just had the new update come in, so it kind of fucked with some things on here. Like, if you try to look up this fucking thing, holy shit. Yeah, there's nothing here you can even click. Unused, no shit. Yeah, it's all fucked up. But here you have spirits. So I guess these work. The good people who made the mod went in and adjusted for this. So these are there because you don't have your old doctrine pages anymore. That allowed you to get higher power armor and special forces reserves and shit like that. Refurbishment. There are heaps of ancient weapons and even suits, power armor, rusting away, and depots all across the wasteland. Perhaps we should put some effort into restoring some of these lesser tools, at least until we can produce new equipment on the scale we once enjoyed. Yeah, good luck on that one. So right now we have transports, power armor, and energy weapons, which is very good. Very, very, very good. Make sure we get more power armor and energy weapons going. Also, let's start. So what do we need for these guys? We need 120 power armor, 120 infantry equipment. So we should actually decrease the laser rifles and increase power armor. Unlike this fucking faction, the Ontario Enclave, which is just a fucking giant joke, you can do power armor mad on this one. I thought it'd be cool as a way to show you, hey, you could win with that. No, you can't. I don't know anyone who's... I'm pretty sure there's someone out there, but I had to cheat just to win with these guys. And also, once you win, it's not really all that much. You know, it's not... There's not much reward into it. Stripping non-essentials. We must accept that this is no time for luxuries. Non-essential equipment such as televisions, personal radios, and other electronic equipment must be scrapped and their parts used to help in the war effort. What I'm trying to get at with this one, the Ontario Enclave, you get 2 divisions of power armor, and you have to do certain decisions to get a 3rd division of robots. Good luck producing robots, because you're not. And your battle line is 4 across. So your only hope is somehow getting enough of them into this area that you could quickly rush over, surround them, and then close the pocket before they come through this way and take you, which they will most times. And then you're on a timer. That a timer runs out before you even accomplish anything. And not to mention, you can't just take Ronto. You have to take Mississauga and Perry just to get them to capitulate. Maybe that's been adjusted since the last time I played it, but when people complained about it, oh, they complain about it. They're just asking how the hell do you do it. People just be snide with them and say, well, you can't just start a battle with drawing a line and push and go. It's like, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, your units could be very strong in the beginning for that, but they don't have much going for them. And you don't have enough time. There's like options to build forts, but what the fuck is the use of the fort when you have fucking time to deplete their numbers. That's why I call it a joke. But I wonder how everyone's doing with... Oh my god, who's declaring... Talon Corporation. Really? Wee. Alright, so we are going to deplete their numbers by holding the river. Little bastards turned against us. Raven Rock Labs. One of the storage bays in the East Wing has had its contents emptied out to newly spurred production. With some effort, it can be converted to a makeshift science center for our researchers to do their vital work. Maybe dust off some old blueprints. So we get 10% on our research. Which is good, because we're only at 6%. Oh no, DC Settlements, what do you call it? United Settlements of Dave. And then Sheriff Lucas Sims. Okay. So we can make 8 divisions of power armor, which could wall up anything in this territory. So I didn't show this off. So these are the added research for the mod that I'll link below. That has... Thankfully on Steam, when you click the first mod, it'll give you a whole list of other required mods, and you just download all those. And they're usually dependent on one another. So this is one of the other parts. This is nation building. Civilized tech. And it's a fucking lot. Look at all that. From naval to government theory to resource extraction to laws. Then you have advanced tech, which, okay. And then cyborg shit, of course. Tribal, the same. These have been fleshed out, so they actually have images to them. And these have been... They actually have icons to all of them, so they make a little more sense. Engineering is about the same. Industries only changed just a little bit. They added extra resource gathering, which then allows for making resources of composites and advanced components. And because they add man the guns in the last update, now we have naval components. Because I installed No Step Back, which was a DLC for Hearts of Iron 4, which added the ability to make to adjust robots, power armor, and vehicles with certain components. This looks like it's been fleshed. It's been adjusted. Air is the same. Land doctrine is the same. I believe that's the same. Yeah, I think that's about the same. Robotics. Now, this is what's big change. So, because it's added more robotics. We also have defensive items. So, turrets. But now you could... Each one of these is little components that you could add when you rework what a robot has. And vehicles, about the same. They adjusted the support to have more items. And because I have Man the Gun, or because I have No Step Back, now I can actually use the siege engines. And I haven't been able to get them to work yet, but we'll get there. Power armor. Now they have components you could adjust power armor with. Black Devil APA, Hellfire APA. I've seen these in Fallout 4 now, and I think these in Fallout 4 too. But yeah, I think this is the exact same as before. Should probably get plasma rifles eventually. Oh yeah, so let's keep going with what we're making. We probably need food. General Bolson. Wait a second. Battled the Brotherhood. When hired, General Bolson adds Brotherhood fighting expertise, which attack against countries 7.5%. Oh, okay. But when you remove him, you lose it. So we'll take him. He's fought them. Wonder what's so we have extra. So you could adopt more tactics once you complete your tactics of, like, say you have where is it? Right here. Refined Warfare. You finish it all the way down. Once the last one is complete, you could go in the decisions and you could pick a new one if you have enough military, and then it'll start that one too. So you could get more and more. And that's about all we have for this one. Because, this is all we got because we're a different kind of government. Oh, no. Okay, so we have choices on this. Actually, I like that. We need to get rid of that part. So, weapons research, biological research. Hellfire armor or Duraframe iBots, robotics lab or armor lab. Probably do robotics lab. Weapons research. This wasteland is beset by horde beasts, Deathclaw, supermutants, and those same Brotherhood of Steel bastards that helped destroy the rig. We will need to create new weaponry to combat these dangers. Alright, they're not going to cross the river on me. And I could probably cross the river on them just fine. Supermutants attack! One of our assault groups was chased a fleeing squad of Talon Company mercs and lost sight of them. There was fortified camp nearby, and our soldiers pushed on towards what is soon to be Talon Company outpost. It turned out to be a large supermutant encampment. While our men still wiped out the camp, the mercs got away and it took heavier losses than expected. So we lost 25 men for that. Because of the new update to HOI4, some of the script is a little off on this, so you'll see like weird text every so often. Shit. Hellfire armor or Duraframe iBots? I think I could still make it work. Duraframe iBots. President Ian loves his little iBots. For years, he has pulled resources from other projects to find ways to straighten machines enough to make them viable to more than just scout bots. The project is finally starting to show promise, but if we continue down this path and put those robots in production, it'll mean shelving the Hellfire project indefinitely. Actually, I want power armor. Hellfire armor. Power armor has seen a few improvements since the destruction of the rig, but nothing substantial. This is about to change. Researchers are finalizing designs for specialized heat-resistant powers armor, dubbed Hellfire armor. This is, however, one major drawback. The advanced material and manufacturing technique requires to produce this armor means that we will not be able to produce it in high enough numbers to outfit our entire force in many years. In addition, to finish the research to begin production, we need to pull resources from Duraframe IBOT projects. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's get... Oh, that's a long, long way. Shit. Let's start getting crowd control. We could actually do research. We probably should do that. Right here. Craze machines. Oh no. They did actually do it. Shit. We don't know why, but the robotic security at Fort Constantine has started advancing towards Raven Rock and attacking anyone that stands in their way. We can assume the Talon Company had something to do with this. A handful of robots are not going to destroy us, but the development could jeopardize our operations. Shit. But did it unlock? No, it did not. Thank God. That would suck. Oh, we lose... Oh, it's mutually... Okay, that's fine. Following the success of the Hellfire Armor project, there have been pushed to dedicate a whole wing of the research lab to armor development, solely for the purpose of improving the equipment our soldiers carry into the field. Alright, we'll dedicate that one research thing for power armor. I'm glad I researched the food. Pipe train. They haven't tried to assault us yet, so... Alright, let's get the aviation part. Or we could probably deal with the Fort Constantine. Where is it? They said the focus is open. Oh, it's right here. Before we can make use of Fort Constantine, we need to clear the area of the unwanted vermin. The president authorized our soldiers to sweep the area in a series of nighttime attacks. The men are looking forward to target practice. Probably shouldn't piss them off just yet. Bring bays online. The vertebrate flyers of Raven Rock laid mostly silent since the influx of personnel nearly 30 years ago. Now that we are getting ready to retake America, we should work to bring those bays online. Alright. Power armor. That's a long time for those things. Black Devil. Yeah, we'll do this one first. Wait, which one's sooner? That one probably need it. That one's got higher defense. Hardness is up, though. Better breakthrough. That's the one I want, so we'll do that one. That's like so many years for that guy. We have no man to spare. Demote officers. luxury. Do we want to spend some on this? Department of Agriculture. That's probably good. That one. Pretty much gives us a monthly population increase and stability. Mothball vertibirds. Aside from the few used for essential missions, most of our vertibirds were mothballed after mass exodus. We need to bring them back to operational order. We'll get gunships. Keep working on the Ember Resistors. We're at 18%. Yeah, work on those more. Damaged birds. Many vertibirds saw damage either from the stray gunfire on the trip east or harder than anticipated landings. Our priorities have now shifted and we need to get them fixed up. Okay. We got 25 gunships. Can we actually... No, we can't. We don't have them researched yet. They haven't assaulted us yet. I'm going to change that once I get enough power armor units. Air traffic control. Our boys limited will not be able to accommodate all our deployed vertibirds at once. We should assign some of the less combat-ready personnel to handle air traffic control to ensure quick turnarounds and less fuel is wasted by birds circling waiting for an opening landing zone. It's a vertibird. It can land anywhere. Yeah, you'll get FOD in some of the engines, but, I mean, that's the whole point of it. Dorks. Keep working on that. Miss the equipment, close air support. Yeah. Alright, there you go. Ready for war. The vertibirds bays are operational. Our manufacturing capability has drastically increased and our labs are operating at peak efficiency. There's little more that we can do to our home and prepare for the war that has to come. So we remove that whole construction speed bullshit that we have right now. Which is... right there. Raven Rock Restoration Committee. Team engineer, security officer, civilian representatives working together to coordinate the transformation from a listening post to a true seat of power for the American government. Meh. Amelia Campbell, champion of the old ways. Roger Baxter, FBI director. That might be useful later. Department of Energy. Oh, we lose more power. Oh, shit. What's this one? Wasteland Survival Training Expert. Direct Assault Specialist. Improvised Fortification Specialist. Shit, we just need 260 for this one. We'll see about that later. I feel like I'm wasting a little bit of time doing that. Ah, more research. I'm gonna make these hour-long episodes. Oh shit! They actually fucking attacked us. About fucking time. Look at how much damage they took doing that. They only have so much. They're mercs, but what's a Sigma? That's for operatives. So what we will do next is we will deal with this part. Sweep it clear. Before we can make use of Fort Constantine, we need to clear the area around unwanted vermin. The president authorized over our soldiers to sweep the area in serious nighttime attacks. The men are looking forward to target practice. Alright. Let's hope we can pull it off. What are these guys waiting on? Oh, a few more power armor. They're up to 3 a week. It's pretty good. Pretty good. The last salvo. The ICBM silos at Fort Constantine had one last missile that was never launched. While the megaton bomb sitting in the warehouse are not in working order and are repurposed for uranium resource, this ICBM site waiting for a command. Now what to do with it? What the hell do we do with it? What are we even worried about that? Yeah, they're just gonna lose guys, which I'm okay with. If they lose more guys, then it's easier for me to take the river. The big question. China deserves it. Upon the discovery of an active ICBM site in Fort Constantine, the Enclave has been abuzz about how the weapon should be handled. Eden and many other patriotic Americans believe the last whistle of old government should be heeded and that nukes should be sent on an intended course to mainland China. Autumn and his pragmatic military staff believe the weapon is too valuable to be used at this time. We should work on readying it for future use. China deserves it, or it's too valuable to waste. Too valuable to waste. I'd rather not receive one on the way back. Because we fucked up. Alright, let's do this one. Touching grass. In the 30 years since the evacuation from Navarro, few have set foot outside of Raven Rock. We have an entire generation of soldiers that have never set foot on solid dirt. It is time for us to open the doors and those people to touch some grass. What do we need for this part? Oh, that's Project Purity. Oh, okay. Church of Rocky. Yep, keep attacking. We only lost 9 guys to your 434. Probably good to have some of these. So Fort Bannister. Located to the southwest, Fort Bannister was a large military complex that was heavily damaged in the Great War. It is unknown how much of the underground network survived the destruction, but it seems to be the hotspot of some local paramilitaries. We will send a recon squad out to determine how to deal with these squatters. So it's Talon Company bullshit. That's Fort Bannister right there. So, what we have here is a failure to communicate across the river. Okay, so we have extra research available, so let's think about... Oh, we can't do the gunships yet. Fuck. Let's get that crowd control gear going. We're at 15%. Were we higher before, or did we lose some of it? The Talon question. After initial scouting, our command discussed how to handle Talon Company and what's being called the Talon question. Some of the Orthodox officers are arguing that these squatters must be driven off Fort Bannister by force. More pragmatic officers are putting their weight behind a plan to try and hire the mercenaries of Talon Company. They make good cannon fodder. I would say so. So we're going to move more to Autumn Loyalists. And we have a white piece. Good. We have shaking hands with them. So job opportunities. Talon Company has accepted our contract with their services and will carry out limited operations for us to exchange for surplus weaponry. Let's finalize our deal and point them into some targets. Damn it. I keep thinking I could do that. That's shit. Let's work on building up some of our land. Why don't we? Bold attack. Officers 50% for +1. Defense. I like that one. Defense. So, what do we got here? Army intelligence. Colonel flag. Yeah, I don't think that matters right now. Let's look at this one. FBI director. Champion of the old ways. Department of Energy. We'll do this one. Who cares? Colonel or Talon Company auxiliaries. Some of the mercenaries of Talon Company have shown themselves to be surprisingly capable soldiers. In limited combined operations, officers have reported the mercs performing on par with the lower level Enclave personnel. Perhaps it is time we expand our deal with them and employ some of the full-on auxiliaries. Some have even suggested honorary citizenship for some of the more exemplary soldiers. So let's see about this. So we have... Scout the Pentagon for us, please. Search the Capitol building. Raid Westland caravans. Or... Oh, damn it. We could have aided Dave's Civil War. Talon Company has happily agreed to carry out missions for us in exchange for tech, resources, equipment. While they are not as skilled as well as equipped our soldiers, they have one essential quality that our men do not. They are easily replaced. So, scout the Pentagon. So, a squad of mercs could be set up at outposts near the Pentagon. From there, they can keep an eye on their current squatters and let us know any weakness in their defenses. Yeah, we'll do that. I think we have enough weapons. Yeah, we have enough weapons. Warrior training. I wanted to take this time as your president to talk about something I've been thinking about for quite a while lately. Something we could all relate to. Something that's unquestionably, inescapably American. I'm referring to, of course, of our great national pastime, baseball. As so happens... Sorry, I got... Sorry, I got screwed up there for a second. That's right, America. Before we were devastated by American war, each state had its own professional baseball team. Imagine, a perfect cloudless day. The sun is warm and welcoming, and on the horizon, they appeared like knights of yours armed and bats of ash and hickory. Their name, the Capitol Congressmen. Right down over here. Their purpose, to make you, dear America, revel in the joy of sports and sunshine, if only for an afternoon. Now ask yourself this. What if the Capitol Congressmen could live again? What if they could compete in baseball teams from Pennsylvania or Maryland? Put your faith in John Henry Eden, Great America, and baseball will live again. Comfort, recreation, healthy competition. All we live again, this country will live again. I thought I'd just do one of those for the fuck of it. Tell me in the comments if you fucking hated that, and I'll stop. Never do that again. Alright, I want more research. We're still at 15. Talon's defiance. Our employees at Talon Company have refused our request for some of our more sole employers. Our attaché at their fort have been told to leave, and our scout reports they are fortifying their own fleet. Looks like the business relationship is going to an end. Are you fucking kidding me? Ah, bastards. Wasteland fauna. The creatures of the wasteland, Capital Wasteland, are largely similar to those on the west coast. Still, there are some questions to be answered, like what the hell is Yaogwai? Yeah, what the hell is a Yaogwai? So somehow I have war goals against them, but I can. Never mind. No, I can't actually declare war. I have a truce with them until when does this truce end? Truce ends in... Show me. Show me. 2277. So a year from now. We have time to build up some power armor groups and fuck them up. How dare they? How dare they? I want these guys in their own group. That's your job. And you're gonna go hit that part. Wasteland fauna. Clearing nests. Having a large hive of mutant creatures in our zone of control is just asking for trouble. We need to establish a protocol for clearing out these nests. Indeed, sir. Here, do some work for me while we have you. Little bastards. I keep pushing that for no damn reason. Alrighty. We have the research. We could just upgrade that. Oh, that's probably good. Distillation, consumer goods factor, -1%. The Capitol building. The National Mall is a constant state of conflict. Raiders, super mutants, and even Brotherhood Knights battle for each street and building. Now we have Talon Company fighting super mutants over control of the halls of Congress. There does not seem to be anything of value for us to crumbling ruins, but at least a lot of super mutants were killed. Good. Fuckers. Deathclaw Sanctuary. On the west coast, we attempted to use local creatures called Deathclaws as expendable soldiers, with limited success. It seems a variant of these creatures exists on the East Coast as well. We should find their main breeding ground in case we want to try again. Talon Company raids. Talon Company is reporting on their recent caravan raids against DC settlements. The raids have halted trade between multiple links of the DC trade circuit. Of course, these traders will adapt and it'll be back to business as usual, but this attack will at least hurt them for the short time. Indeed, sir. Do I want to do this? Talon Company's willing to throw some new recruits and other wanted soldiers at Brotherhood Steel Outpost if they pay them enough. If they are lucky, they may even kill a knight or two. Whatever. I don't care. I'll do it. Oh, no, this guy. He's the one that gets it. And he needs to get... He already has Pain Train. Let's get Idiot Saving so he can capture shit. We are still what month? January. Good. So we're gonna fuck them up. As we expected, a place referred to as Deathclaw Sanctuary is full of Deathclaws. After fighting through, a large number of our team found a way to their nests and were able to get away with some eggs. With new hatchlings and samples from the Deathclaws we had killed, we'll be able to learn a lot about the various Deathclaws without having to venture back to that cave. We lost 3. Deathclaw control. The problem with our attempts to turn Deathclaws into soldiers on the West Coast was that the damn creatures became too intelligent. They acted on their own self-interest, sometimes shrieking their responsibilities, even turning on us in rare cases. One of the science teams believes that instead of modifying the creatures, we could construct apparatuses fixed to their heads to send them in limited commands, and even, of course, keep them from attacking our men. The hard part is getting the device on their heads and fixing them when they fail. Alright. Next month, we will invade. Successful skirmish. We have received a report that Talon Company about the assault on Brotherhood outpost that we hired them to carry out. The recruits they sent to the small foes performed about as expected, suffering heavy casualties, but managed to do a little damage of their own before slinking back to base. It is not anything spectacular, but you get what you paid for. Take that, Lions. Close air support for them. Ah, I hate you so much. Popular officers, night training, textbooks, R&D teams. Probably could take that. Researchers at 20% now. Good. Good. Radio arrays. The Enclave of Communication Network went down shortly after the war. It was a small miracle that Eden was able to contact the West Coast at all. In all those 30 years since the satellite use have gone offline, efforts will be needed to make sure to boost Raven Rock radio equipment to reach beyond the Capital Wasteland. Oh, let's train these guys. Oh, we have the opportunity. How's this going? So we make 4 a week now. Fractional distillation. So less consumer goods we have to produce. Enclave Radio. President wants to use a restored radio network and iBots to broadcast a radio show. He thinks it will soften the local populace up to the image of the Enclave and possibly help bring scattered remnants back into the fold. Sounds good. Oh yeah, this one should be a lot better. Just keep adding to it. Oh shit, it's already March. We can declare war on these fucks now. We're gonna wait till these guys are fully leveled up. I know it's already March. Went by pretty fast too. How much do they have right now? They have 560. They have 16 possible divisions. I think our 4 power armor groups could fuck them right up. Probably should just cap it right there, because we need to build up a supply of power armor. Satellite uplinks. While many satellites have been crashing to Earth in the time since the Great War, there have been still plenty out there drifting in space. With our upgraded communication equipment, we should start piping known satellites to get the inventory of what is still out there. Oh, because of that, we have Eden's radio address. I'm John Henry Eden. We will also set up, because we have enough political power, Army Intelligence, Improvise, whatever you call it, and probably FBI Director. And because of that, let's get agency going. Callahan probably like that. 97. Oh, because we're using them up in training. That's why. Shit. Stop it. That wasn't good at all. Alright, satellite optics. Okay, contact Navarro. Contact Chicago. Contact White Springs. The Ontario Enclave. Oh, they're gone. Contact Van Buren Space Center. We'll see if they contact us. Shortly after the relocation order was given by President Ian, a team of soldiers and researchers set down to Florida to help a small enclave group there. Their goal was to restore pre-war rockets meant to take man to space in case the goal of cleaning mutation of the planet proved impossible. Contact fell off long after they arrived in Florida. Hopefully they didn't leave without us. White Springs. We'll wait for them to finish that one. Then we'll address it. Now, if you've seen one of my previous videos, I did the Van Buren with Captain Pillow down there. Adams Air Force Base. Just across Chesapeake Bay is the remnants of an important pre-war air base. If Adams Air Force Base is anything like the Sierra Army Depot, the automated security may well have kept most securious wastelanders out. We should send over some scouts to look the facility over. Alright. Core creation costs. We don't really need that right now. Probably need more resources. Enclosure. The Cabal. Oh, we lost all our fucking images that were on here. These were great. Response from Van Buren Space. The soldiers stand out Enclave outposts are doing well, however, they are refusing to return to the fold, insisting that their new mission is more important. They even have the audacity to request more men and resources. Just in case things go south. Always look to possibilities. Yeah, send those guys in. Alright, so we need 76 more power armor. Scouting team returns. The automated security Adams Air Force Base is still active, but something is wrong. It has not recognized our access code. Several scouts have attempted gaining access to the facility. Were attacked by rusting protectrons. Our scientists believe the security mainframe is likely corrupted and will need to be shut down before we can enter the base proper. That leaves us with two options. Autumn wants to conduct a vertebrate assault with a small strike team to shut down the mainframe manually. Eden and the scientist teams want to try overwhelming the mainframe with a stream of data to force a reboot, which would preserve the hardware. The only issue is that the option if we don't know what electronic countermeasures the old mainframe has. Send in Team Cigna. Coordinated strike. Base salvage. While the base has certainly seen better days, it has not been touched by looters. We should be able to salvage plenty of resources and material from the place. Oh yeah, we have people we could... Heavyweight. Ezra Fury. We should actually get another one in 10 days. 160 for that one. Okay, we have mobile center, we have salvage airfield, and we have... Oh, this is actually good. Old stockpiles. Surveying teams have found warehouse of equipment sitting in the base. While much of it is dated and damaged, we can still find use. We'll get power armor with it, so that's useful. Okay, what do we got? Smooth Talker or Terrifying Presence? That guy. let's contact White Springs. So White Springs bunker in West Virginia was meant to hold some of America's most important elites, as well as the closest thing President could have to a brother. We should see what's become of them. That's from fucking 76. Go figure. White Springs response. We were hoping you would make contact again. A lot has changed since we last spoke. We have a lot to catch up on. Oh, we will do great things together, my friend. Anyone else spooked by the way it said that? Maybe. Ontario Enclave. So let's contact. We left some behind as we made our way to DC. Maybe they beat the unwashed hordes after all. I doubt it. Contact Chicago. Database and oil rig held the frequencies for a cell in Chicago. We should reach out to them. So the Secretary of Interior. And we'll just get rid of this. Years back, we sent a few men to help a small enclave cell retain control of the region of Canada. It has been some time since we heard from them. If they are still around, they could be returned the favor. They are not. And they are fucked. Old stockpiles. Get the maintenance bays. Old aircraft maintenance bays may not have been designed to repair vertebrates, but it sure so much take effort to change that. Hell yeah. Dust and echoes. As we should expect, there's no response from the very outpost. Hopefully those brave men and women made out alive. Spin this to our benefit. Yeah, good luck. They're in fucking... what's it called? Eureka. Or New Reno. Or, Vault City. Order of the Crescent Moon. That's new. Did they add a focus tree to that yet? No. No, that's not going to come for a while. The Plague Lands. Support from Chicago. After multiple attempts to finally make contact to the Enclave base in Chicago, they seem to have their own problems, but are sending a group of soldiers to help us. They do expect us to return the favor someday. We welcome the soldiers. Just interlopers. Hey, but we get power armor. Ontario support. None of the attempts at contacting outplace bait Ontario receive response. It's quite a while since we last contacted, so unclear we've been wiped out or just observed strict radio silence. Either way, we are much too busy to check on them right now. Yeah, we'll take a look at their bumblings in the future. Alright, we have 130 now. Okay, we can... let's get these guys to at least trained status. Jesus Christ. The mobile crawler. Adams Air Force Base was home to a massive mobile base crawler, a pre-war prototype that was made immobile. Would still make for a good base from which to coordinate the defense of the entire area. Hell yeah. How are you guys doing? Oh, you're up there now. Okay, we can stop. Probably used quite a bit of power armor doing that shit, though. We make 5 a week. By the way, declare war! Go! Get in there. Almost there. Yeah! Alright, stop. We somehow took them just by taking that. Fuck you, DC Raiders. Another power armor group for us. Actually, we should make protectrons and then use them to guard our areas. Bannister's secret. While much of the fort has been ransacked since the Great War, many of the secure lower level doors have been kept out. Intruders, now the rifle heirs of the fort, seem to have returned. So. Oh, Raven Rock has expanded. Talon Company's no more. For now. Alright, that's suppression 6. That's 11, 8, 10. We don't have that yet. That's funny. Let's hold off on that one. Actually delete them. That'll give us 295. Give it to them. There we go. We have enough for that. Water purifier. Over the years, our intel teams have heard tales of big water purifier project at the Jefferson Memorial that was abandoned some time ago. While many wrote off the idea as a fanciful rumor for dehydrated wastelanders, a handful of our scientists have argued that the project is at least feasible on paper. Despite this, the project was abandoned due to the inability to finish it. So it's not worth the Enclave's time. That was until an agent monitoring the wasteland settlements of River City reported that a conveyor of scientists, guards, and associates or assistants have left Raven City set up for the Jefferson Memorial. They are requesting we send support so they can take a closer look. Now this deserves our attention. And that's this part. So we'll finish that one. The garrison. Let us be sure our guys are ready. Let's do another one of these. Yeah, so we'll end this here. And yeah, this is like hour and 11 minutes. So thank you so much for watching this first episode of Raven Rock, or East Coast Enclave. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you guys in the next episode, where we'll tackle Project Purity and probably Lion's Chapter and DC Settlements. And please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys around. As always, ta-ta.